Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor out here in this bad boy. This got a lot of room in it. Hey, I kind of preset and did some combos on this and set the headings, set the response time, calibrated your autopilot, wireless remote. Got that all set up, set a few other little combos for you. This seems to be right on the money. So I got it to pair with your MFD, so you can run both of those if you like. So anyway, this is your hand wash, and I'll show you this later. And then this has got a dual batteries with a battery shut-off switch. That wash down pump's got a seacock valve back there, so if sometimes you turn that thing on and it ain't working, and you can hear the pump, someone shut that valve off. So if I go over here and I hit this switch right here, that's your wash down pump. And you can see there's another switch right there. If that hose is disconnected, you want to shut that, or shut that seacock down. So that's working. Shut that off. And then down here's your lights. That's your like under, let me see, yeah, right there's the light. That one up there is burnt out. You got one here, and that's for your battery charger right there. Shut that off. Now that should be your can lights. See how they're lit up there? I had to hit the reset button. They weren't working, but there you can see them in the water. You can see them right here. So they work. See in the water? Right there. Anchor light's probably back at the shop. You see you got a ton of room in here. It's got, somebody said it had 175 hours, but I seen 145, but I don't know. Anchor light, you turn that light comes on, your fuel gauge will read, full tank of gas. Turn those off, turn that off. See how that turned that on? Bilge pump, radio. You go over here, and you can touch these right here for like weather and so on. Adjust your channels right here. I'll go to 21. Squelch is right here. That seems to be working. So then what we're gonna do, and GPS speed, I change that to heading instead of forgot what you had that on, close up or something like that. Anyway, this is a friction. I tighten that up too for this motor to make it a little tighter so you can go up front. I'll show you. Now all you do is tilt that up, tilt this down, just turn it through, and you got to wait for like 30 seconds for it to start spitting water. The big V6 motors take a little while longer, so it should start pumping out right about now. We'll give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, there it comes. So that's pumping out. They don't pump out as heavy as your other ones, so you can give it a little gas like this. And then of course, if you want to get somebody wet, a little trick here, just turn this motor up. Oh, and you could use a splash guard on here too. I'll show you why you're getting water splashing up. So you can leave that like that and leave it neutral and just soak somebody. Dirty little secret, huh? And leave it neutral. So I'll get my seat situated, have my leg raised back there, put it in gear, put my hood up so I don't freeze my noggin. And it doesn't blow out, doesn't cavitate. Right there. If you ever hear that, trim that motor down. Right here, you can tighten that up. Then you go like this. understand that. So then you shut this thing down, go like this, turn the key off, then on the kicker. I think I already showed you how to start that. But when it's cold, okay, make sure your autopilot is off, and this friction is, a lot of times they take this friction lever out of here because you don't want that on when you use your autopilot. But see, if I can turn my motor, that's good. But just so you know, I'm gonna bend that so it doesn't hit that. If all of a sudden this thing locks up like this and the autopilot ain't even on, that's probably telling me that motor's bad right there. Okay, so cold, you have to pull the choke out right here, and here's a red light. That red light comes on. Check your water, check your oil. So when it's cold, you got to pull this out, put it here, give it like 5 full twist pumps right here. Then you bring it back, you line this up here, and then you fire it up and then push in the choke. So I've already had this running, so I'm going to push in the choke, line this throttle up to here, push the start button, bring that back. Okay, now what we're going to do is the autopilot. Now I've got that set like over here. With all these, you can actually, if you want to see the whole thing, you can just go home, then you can go back, hit this button right here, hit autopilot, and it's right here. Now to activate this thing, you got to go to menu, so it really doesn't matter. You can go to engage heading hold right here. See how it lightens this up? Then I can hit this. This is for your speed. See that? So take that down. Okay, so you want to make sure it's put in gear like that. And straighten this motor up. So that's going to bring us back there. So I'm going to actually stop this. So menu, I'm going to put it on standby, and that should drop that throttle. So make sure this friction's all the way turned off as well. So then I'm going to line myself up over here. Right there. And then you can go to menu, engage heading hold. And there's a response time in there too. And then I can hit this right here. And then adjust the speed. See that speed up? Now I can go ahead and just turn this on by this. That will come on. Then once that does, hit this button right here, and that turns into that, and it says heading hold. So now if I want to adjust the throttle, see, what I did is I have this thing cranked. So I'm going to bring that back. Now I'm going to bring that up again. See, just by doing this, picks that speed up. So now I have a remote, so if I wanted to get out of this gauge, I can just go home. I could go into like combos right here. I could go to this one. And see, now once I have that set, I can go in here if I want to go like, see, 341. I want to go over 1 degree, see how 342, 343, I can adjust my speed. And then when this is on, that means your autopilot's on. I need to get over there like 10. So I hit this double arrow button, that changes at 10 degrees. Okay, now with this, I'm a little close here to do this, but I'm going to hit this button. If you look at that, that's going to get you 10 again. Now, once that lines up, of course, I can do the speed again. These are made for circles, zigzags, and U-turns. And you can set those however you want them. So now I'm going here, this button right here, you want to make sure you push this button, not this button. I calibrated this, so then if you go like this and just go like over here and hit that, see, it should take me over wherever I pointed this, and it did. See this, it'll take me right there. over that way, then instead of hitting these, I can just go over here and just barely tap it. And you can see it's going to take us over. So I go like this a couple times and I pop up. Yeah, see, you can tell when you hit this button. So you got to be careful. You just got to point and shoot right away. You should. There. Took me over. You almost got to turn and hit it right away. So I need to go, I'm going to let it get over there again to the teardrop. Is it taking me there? I'm almost there. Then I can speed it up again.